The reason for putting on the whole armor of God, we are engaging against a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual battle that we are engaging in. This is not physical, this is spiritual, and so we have to put on the whole armor of God. The whole armor of God means that everything that God has available to offer the church that will prepare the church to be successful in spiritual warfare, that we must put on the whole armor of God. Amen. Paul says in verse 10, Paul says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. And then in verse 11, he says, put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. That means the devil has traps. The word wiles means trap. He's setting traps and he's hoping that, amen, one of these traps, amen, will catch you. So he says, we must put on the whole armor of God. Amen. And verse 12, Paul let us know the opposition and the enemy that we are up against. In verse 12, Paul says that, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. You hear what Paul says? He says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we still wrestle. That's right. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we are still wrestling. He used a term wrestle because of the church in Ephesus. They was familiar with wrestling. So he used something that they are familiar with. And when you wrestle, I don't know if you ever wrestle, but when you wrestle, it takes everything to win. When you wrestle, it takes everything to win. It takes all of you. It takes strength to win. Amen. So he says, our wrestle is not against flesh and blood. So we are wrestling against principality. Then he exposed one of the enemies. He exposed one of the enemies, and he says that one of the enemies that the church is wrestling with, the enemy called principality. Somebody say principality. Saints of God, I want you to know and understand that this is not a joke. The church has been called for battle. The church has been called for battle. This is not a joke. The word principality is high-ranking spirit. High-ranking spirit. So we wrestle against high-ranking spirit. So high-ranking means that the spirit have rank. The spirit is rank in the spiritual realm. It have rank. Amen. High-ranking spirit. And now he's going to tell you how the spirit operates against principalities, against power. Now the spirit principality enforce power. It's enforce power. High-ranking spirit that enforce power. Amen. And then he says, against the rulers of the darkness of this present world or this ages. The rulers of the darkness of this present world or this ages. That means the age that we are in. We are wrestling against the rulers of darkness. Now, the rulers of darkness is referring to those demons that operate in darkness. The rulers of darkness are a spirit that operates in darkness. I'm gonna open your mind today. I'm gonna show you that most of your fight today are not flesh and blood. I said, I want you to know that your fight that we are fighting our spirit. What it means, they are spirit. They are poison without a physical body. Listen, they are poison without a physical body. It means that they can organize attack. That means they can agree to attack. Because they can think. They have a mind. can set traps. So these are spirits with personality, without a physical vessel, and without blood. That's why Paul says, our fight is not against flesh and blood. And if you don't mind doing this or saying this, look to the neighbor for the first time and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, your fight is not flesh and blood. And if they don't hear it, tell them again. Because we can engage in the wrong fight. We can engage in the wrong fight. The devil's job is to frustrate the church. When I talk about frustrating the church, it's to cause the church to miss the mark. If he can get you to fight against your brother, then he got you where he wants you. Because he knows that the fight is not flesh and blood. But we are in a wrestle. We are wrestling against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Let me help you. Let me help you to open up your eyes to know, so you will know what fight that you are in. You got to number one, you got to understand the nature of the fight. You got to understand the nature of the fight. You don't go in a fight without understanding who you're fighting. This is why the church is fighting one another. Because they don't know the nature of the fight. The nature of the fight is not flesh and blood. It is spiritual. It is principalities. It is powers. It is the ruler of the darkness of this world. You had the ruler of the darkness of this world. So how did this ruler of the darkness of this world, how do it operate? In Isaiah 60 in verse 1, Isaiah began to prophesy, and he says, arise and shine, for the light is come, for darkness shall come upon the earth, and gross darkness the people. So this spirit operates in darkness, which means to blind the minds of the people. Darkness represents spiritual blindness. See, this is why we fight one another, because we are spiritually blind. Paul says in 2 Corinthians 4, and stand from the 3rd verse, Paul said that if our gospel be hidden, it is hidden to them who are lost, and whom the God of this world has blinded, you heard it? Blinded the minds of them that believe it not. Why do he blind the minds? That the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, shall shine into them. He doesn't want them to hear the word and be delivered. So he blind the minds of them. Now, Isaiah says something that I had to went into this week, and Isaiah said, gross darkness the people. Not just only darkness, is deep darkness, is thick darkness. Means that they can't see. That they cannot see. And if you can't see, you can't prepare for the battle. Amen. Because we don't have no blind soldiers. No. Every soldier must be able to see. Amen. So the first thing he does is blind your mind, that you will not understand who you're fighting. This is why we fight one another in the church. This is why we criticize one another in the church. This is why we tear down one another in the church. Blind! This is why we backbite one another in the church. Blind! We are fighting flesh and blood. When you are a wrestler, got to train hard. A wrestler got to train hard because it takes everything, all of their strength to win. So what prepares us for this battle? What prepared the church for this battle? Because whether you know it or not know it, you are in a battle. Whether you fight back or don't fight back, the devil is going to fight you. James said, resist the devil. But he didn't begin there first. He said, submit yourself to God. We are trying to resist the devil. We're not obedient to God. We are trying to fight the devil and not obeying God. This is why you are setting up yourself for a major defeat. Because it's going to take all of God working through you to give you the victory. You know what I'm saying? Why it takes all of God? It takes a higher power to overcome a power. It takes a higher power to overcome a power. What I'm talking about, the higher power, it takes the power of Jesus to overcome the power of the devil. So we are wrestling. We are wrestling. Amen? We are wrestling. Now, how do I prepare for this? Paul says that the way you prepare for it, Paul says, put on the whole armor of God. Put on the whole armor of God that you will be able to withstand the war against the devil. That you'll be able to stand against the devil. He said, put on the whole armor of God that you will be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Church, I come to tell you today that if we don't have on the 7 pieces of armor, you're not ready for no level of spiritual warfare. There are seven armors that the church need to put on. Last week we went in the 7 armors that the church need to have on. We went through the 7 armors that the church need to have on. And many of us are approaching battle without even the 5. Don't even have on 5. We have 2. And then you expect to win. No soldier go into a war without being prepared. Because this spiritual war is very intense. I'm telling you. This is more intense than the physical war. Because you can't see who you're fighting. But you know you are fighting something. But you can't see it, but you know that you're fighting something. The kingdom of darkness is amen, their job is to attack the church. The church is not a building. The church is a person that carry the presence of God with wherever they go, they carry the presence of God with them. This building is where we come to meet. But the church, you are the church that carries the anointing. You are the church that carries the presence of God. You see how we prepare for wrestling. Who ever wrestling? When you get tired of. You get tired of your older shape. You only hear what you get tired of your older shape. Because you're trying to put that other one in the back, and you want to shape. And it takes all of you He said, this is the kind of battle that we are wrestling against. Wagon takes all of the armor that God has provided for the church. Somebody said preparation. How do we make preparation? Let's go to Acts 19 and verse 23. Acts chapter 19 verse 23. How do we make preparation? You know, a soldier just don't go in the army without training. Boy, don't try to take it on you, amen, because you've been in church and say, well, I've been in church, I thank you, Jesus, I can run. I'm ready. Yeah, you're ready. You're ready. You better know that you have on the 7 armors. There's 7 pieces. Some people say 6 pieces and they miss out the major piece that makes the 6th active, the prayer. Praying always with supplication, with thanksgiving. You got it? Acts chapter 19 verse 23. If you got it, say amen. Go ahead, brother.
At the same time, there arose no small stir about that way. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsman, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation, and said, Sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul had persuaded and turned away much people, saying that there be no gods which are made with hands.
You hear that? So number one, you got to know who's your God. You got to know that your God is not, your God can't be an image. Amen. Because our God was not made with hands. The Bible said they don't know that God shall be what? To know your God is not knowing about him. Sometimes we know about God but don't know God. We know about God because somebody tells us how good God was for them. And we say, well, I know about God because somebody said the Lord has delivered them. But we never experienced this God to know anything about him. They that know that God shall do what? So when you know your God, you have no doubt that even though I'm wrestling with forces of darkness that I cannot see, because of God is with me, I know that I'm going to gain the victory. Because I know my God. Amen? Do you know your God? Do you know your God? I said, do you know your God? Because if I don't know my God, I already lose before I even entered in the Bible, because you're going in the Bible not sure who's with you. But once you know your God, you can go in the Bible with confidence and win. This battle is so intense, saints of God. And we got to be ready. Why? Because the enemy right now, as we in church, listen, right now we in church, the devil is plotting something happen after you come to church. You see, he's fixing and cooking up something to get you. Even though you get all of this word, it's not going to stop him from trying. If I can get somebody to cut across you while you're driving and trigger the anger out of you, and then you say something that disqualifies you and give the devil room. You see how easy it is? So he used obstacles to shake you a little bit and see how you will respond. This is why when you get the word, you gotta keep it, and you gotta know that the devil is coming. You have to know that he's coming.